Yeah, but speaking about, changing a name and becoming somebody different, man. Malia, who was used to be uh, Obama, has changed her name recently, and gone away from the Obama name. What is your guys' take on that? And why do you think she's doing this at this time?
I
I've heard some
mean,
different theories and some different conspiracies, but I would like to hear your take on it.
child, we don't watch you grow up since you was a little girl. It don't matter what you do. We know who you is, baby. Your dad did 2 terms. Not like we watched you grow up. It don't matter if you drop your name. We still know who you are. We on you look like your father at that. So it's like uh, I get wanting to have your own identity, but that just comes with your parents are well known, well respected politicians in the game, and if you think that dropping your last name is going to separate you from that, I think you're a tad bit delusional, just a tad, like because it's just one of those things like once you're in that limelight and you're recognized as that, like you guys were in the White House for 8 years. Hard to forget. Very hard to forget. So like dropping your name, I don't know if you got beef with your dad, because dads can get on our nerves, but that dropping the name ain't that ain't going. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you angry. That ain't gonna fix nothing. Is my point. I don't see the point respectfully, but if you think that's going to get you in the door, baby, you're already in the door. We know who you are. Like, I want to. It's weird to me. Because
Yeah, and that's what her dad said. I mean, Barack was literally his response is, people still know who you are, right? You
Mhm.
know that that's not the thing. But here's the flip side to that is she creating a space where she can be her own individual, her own person, and trying to go into her own path. Will she become something that kind of that pulls away from the Obama name and make a name for herself, and where she can be a larger influencer, if that makes sense, or a larger
No,
influence on the world today. Yep,
no.
because her,
You
her her father
you
was the
want to
president.
you want to
You're,
erase. You basically want to erase where you come from. Like that's what you're trying to
mm,
do. That's just like me trying to remove the fact that Frankie's my dad or Peggy's my mom. Like you can't. Like that's where you come from. Like and they've been present. Like it's giving like I don't know. Like I get it. You want to find yourself away from what you're known to be, but this ain't the way you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I understand you're probably having a moment of like, who am I outside of being Barack and Michelle's daughter? And it's just like, start there though. You know what I mean? Like, I am their daughter, but outside of that, what is like what more is there to me? Because like you taking the name off, that sweetheart, that you're just it's just a name. We still know you as whatever you change it to. People are still gonna go, that's Michelle Barack's daughter.
that's a fact.
So what we doing? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So it's just like I guess this is something for her, which I'm not gonna knock her process, but of course, they're going to make big news about this because, I mean, again, because you are Michelle and Barack's daughter. So it's just like again, I don't know what this does for you. Maybe you feel in the walks of life that you walk that there's people out there that don't know who you are, and you want to keep it that way. I don't know. I don't know your day to day life, but I promise you, the majority know. And changing it, I just think it's a big disrespect. You know what I mean? Like I'm honored to carry my dad's name until marriage and things of that nature. Like you know what I mean? Because it's like it's representation of him in a sense. I'm like I'm his offspring. Like you know what I mean? So it's just like it's very disrespectful. And I just like I said, even if outside of marriage, even if I was to be in a space of I don't want to be attached to that, that's not going to do it. Like you know what I mean? I look like them. I've been they took care of me. Like I don't know how that works. That's all I'm saying. Like you know what I mean? And this is coming from someone who like outside of my parents being politicians, I could kind of say like I I grew up just like her, so I don't understand where this is coming from. Like you know what I mean? two parents that are very involved, very loving, very there, very supportive, all that good stuff. And it's just like stuff like this. I'm like, to me, that's a smack in the face as a parent. But I mean, maybe it's just all too much for her, and that's the part where I say I can't relate because outside of just my parents being well known in Neptune, I don't I don't know like how that would feel to be known worldwide. Like you know what I mean? So I don't
But
know, but
she's also going into the film industry, and I notice a lot of other artists and different celebrities that have children often take on their middle name, like as their last name and things of that
yeah,
nature when they're in that industry,
hmm
in order for them to create their own identity, have a name, and stuff like that. Do you think that that is a possible reason as to why she changed her name from that,
absolutely,
as a push, to further her individualism into the that that limelight, that industry, film industry?
absolutely. Like, but then again, it's hard to remove the stain of being their child. So, what is her? Do we know her middle name? I hope it. I just
And
hope it. Huh?
and
Go back to Obama. No. I'm just, I think Obama is a way more catchier, appealing, appearance wise and everything. But Malia Ann, that's what you want to go by. It flows. I'll give you that. But yeah, whatever works for you, baby. I wish you the best. I really do. But I said what I said. You know what I mean? Like I wish you the best, but I don't know what you're chasing. I mean, I clearly your own identity, but like I said, you could still do that and not have to take the measures of dropping Obama off your name in the sense of escaping it. Girl, we still gonna be like, that's Barack and Michelle Obama's daughter. Your first movie you drop, oh, Barack and Michelle's daughter made a movie, or Barack's daughter made a movie.
yeah, regardless if she drops the name or not, because
Doesn't
of who
matter
you are,
because of who you are. Doesn't matter.
I wouldn't have made that such a big deal. I would have been like,
Right,
yeah, I'm going as Malia and but I'm Malia and Obama. I'm not losing that name. You feel me?
right,
Yeah, that's
right.
my dad. You feel me? But it is what it is. Bro, you got any take on this?
To y'all, they may be the Obamas, but to her, that's just mom and dad.
Facts.
And everybody has a right to choose their own path, so to speak. And so if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. Say she gets married to a man, her last name is going to change
It's gonna
anyway.
change anyway. Yep.
Um so although my mother and my father may be Barack and Michelle Obama, again, to me that's just mom and dad, and I know what they mean to the world and who they are to the world. I am trying to make my own mark in the world. Um I think, and so we don't know her relationship with them. You know what I mean? We just know who she is, to them, and so I think she wants to make a name for herself.
Hmm.
And that's just it. In my opinion, it's kind of like I might be stepping out on a bit of a ledge here, but it's like I was gonna say like the artist formerly known as Prince, like you know what I mean, like he did that to emancipate himself from
From
certain
the
things as
label.
well. You know what I mean, and
Hmm.
yeah, the label and the the contracts and stuff like that. We don't know what comes with that name. We don't know all that comes with that name,
Yeah.
and it might not even be a personal. It might not even be here's me trying to be showy. It might just be a personal stand that she's trying to make for herself, to say this might just be something that she is doing for herself to say, I am me and I'm
Hmm.
me outside of them,
Hmm.
so yeah.
Very good take. And I agree with that. I like that take on that. Very good.